Hello everybody, and welcome to my first video. And in this video I'm going to cover the basics of drawing Minecraft characters, and please don't take it as, this is the only way. This is just how I draw them, and my goal here is to help people out that really have no idea what to do. They're just looking at a blank piece of paper and thinking, how the hell am I actually going to draw this? So before I get into the actual drawing process, I just want to show you how I what I use as reference. I mean, some people use mannequins that you can buy at art stores, but for Minecraft characters, I use this little program called Minimator. It's a free program, and it's used to create Minecraft animations, and it's excellent for that, but it's also excellent for using for posing your characters and whatnot. So if you hold and right click and use the arrow keys, you can move back and forth and left and right and all that. But if you just hold and left click and just drag around, you can get different angles. So as you can see, I can just scroll over to the side of him and just get a perfect angle. And it's not just the normal Minecraft Steve. I can add a skin, but I don't want to get too in depth with that in this video. But if you guys want to see that at a later point, I will definitely do that. But of course, it's not just just a regular Minecraft character. You can just do like a ghast, and yes, okay. What am I doing here? Okay, let's do this. We can do like an iron golem, and you can still do this. So that pretty much covers that. Like I said, I might get into more depth in a later video, but let's hop into the drawing program so we can actually start drawing our stuff. Hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Cameron's Sketchbook. And in this episode we're going to be covering just a Minecraft character's head. And the point of this series is not to teach you how to draw or to go super in depth or anything like that. It's kind of just to ramble and kind of add commentary as I go along. And this isn't post commentary, I'm doing this live. So yeah, I find it extremely entertaining when people do commentaries while they draw. So I thought I would kind of do the same thing and see if other people enjoy it as well. So as you can see here, we have 3 different angles of I guess it's not really a specific character. It's not like the normal Minecraft Steve. It just, I guess it's kind of his hair and everything is kind of built off of that, but it's just a more, I guess, lively version of him. And as you can see, we have 3 angles here. We have a frontal view, a side view, and then kind of like looking straight forward, but kind of crooked off to one angle. And of course this is the toughest angle to draw, but if you know how to draw a cube in perspective, you're definitely good to go, because as you can see here under these final lines that I put in here, all the hair, they were just boxes, and yeah, they're the exact same boxes as the ones up here. I just copy and pasted them. So yeah, you can just build these faces just right off of cubes in perspective a lot. That's how I do start all of my drawings, is start with basic shapes, figure out how, the proportions, composition, everything, before I go into the final line work. So that's what I'm doing with these. So yeah, let's kind of get into this. I'm using a program called Sketchbook Pro 6. I don't know if you can see that at the top. I don't know if Fraps records that, but yeah, that's what it is. It's Sketchbook Pro 6, and it is an excellent program. It's extremely affordable, but not just because it's affordable. Even if it was, $400 or $500, I mean, $200-300, it's definitely worth it. I mean, as you can see, if I press the spacebar, I get this little thing. And this little thing allows you to, zoom out and move around, and then if you let go of the spacebar, you're back to your pencil tool. It's just extremely fluid, and it Photoshop or Illustrator really does not compare when it comes to how fluid your workflow can be with this program. And I'm not a sales rep for this company in any way. I just really believe in their product and what they're doing. I've been using it for only probably a month or two, and I am a strong believer in it. I still use Illustrator and Photoshop from, now and then, but for the most part, all my rough sketches are done in this program, and all of my inking is either done in here or Paint Tool Sci. And Paint Tool Sci is a whole different animal, but I might get into that in a different episode. But this is Cameron's Sketchbook, so I'll be mainly focusing on sketching, of course. So I'm mostly going to be using this program, so you get pretty familiar with it if you stick around for long enough. But yeah, if you see at the bottom left, it's called the Lagoon. The Lagoon is not like any other drawing program or any program on the market for any use for that matter. It's completely different, but it takes little to no time to get used to. I mean, if you go here, you can see all your different tools: zoom, flip, ruler. The ruler is actually a really cool tool. You just you can change the angle of it, and then even if you put your cursor over here, if you start drawing, it's going to draw on that angle. So that's extremely cool. It's a great tool. No real drawing program really has a tool quite like that one, so it's pretty cool. And pressure sensitivity in this program with the pencil tool is extremely cool. It's just like using a real pencil. Photoshop, you can get custom brushes and all that, and you can tinker with that until you find one that you actually really like. But it takes a while because you can go on YouTube and download someone's custom brushes, but they've been using those for years, so it's not, you could see videos of them using it, but it may not work for you as well as it does for them. So yeah, I have a few custom brushes. It's just one to replicate like vector art. There's one for darker pencil lines, and then there's this little airbrush that I use for highlights and whatnot. And other than that, right now I'm just using the normal pencil tool, and it works perfectly fine for me. I do not need to customize this at all. So yeah, we're just kind of coming in here. To me, a Minecraft character, in my head at least, should have, like I said, in my head, I envision it to have bigger eyes. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make him look kind of, I don't know, and these bottom ones are cheery, so maybe I should go for a different look here. We'll add these. We'll kind of give him a little look, just like a straight, I guess there's a straight line across, just feeling completely indifferent. Because if he's staring down a creeper, and he doesn't know what to think. Alright, so yeah, that pretty much does it for that one. Now the second one. Now normally, with a normal cartoon, the ear would be somewhere about right. Like, just imagine this is a jawline. It comes up like this, and then the ear usually falls somewhere right about here. But not with these Minecraft characters. It falls pretty close to the front right here, and that's the pretty much where it falls. And I was basing that off just the normal Minecraft skin, and it's a bit weird to me, but whatever. And it's really easy to draw the side of the head because you don't have to worry about adding a nose. I mean, since they're flat, the nose is just going to be on the front side. See, like a normal cartoon, the nose would, this is extremely rough, but the nose would come there, then the mouth, and then the chin, and then, whatever. But, yeah, this is a lot easier to draw. And yeah, when you're drawing the hair, you want to make sure that when you're drawing the hair on the corners, you want to make sure that you give the feeling that the hair is falling on on an angle. See, if you're drawing a normal head, of course the hair, since it's a really flexible, like a bendy matter, it would contour to the shape of the head. But since this is hair and his head is not round, it is going to, you want to give it give the viewer the impression that this hair is in fact falling on a non-rounded corner. Of course, it's not going to be completely square like a normal square would be, but it's going to be not as rounded as if it was on something else. And then it kind of just falls down, of course, like normal hair. And this isn't a video on how to draw specific things, like I said in the beginning. This is just kind of me rambling as you kind of see how I do this, because I think I learn a lot just from watching people draw. Speed arts are really cool and all, but you really don't take too much away from those videos, because it goes, 1 second he's inking and the other second he's coloring or whatever. So it's kind of hard to take things away from speed arts. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the side view, that's why I really, really, really like drawing these Minecraft characters, because they're so easy to, I mean, most cartoon characters is kind of hard. It's not a matter of it, I guess it's not a matter of it being hard, it's just a matter of it being time consuming. And as you draw more and more, it's not that you want to rush your art, it's just that, you want to do more, and you want to do as many pieces as you can, so you don't want to be tied up, in time with each piece. So, as you can see here on the corner, we're nearing this corner here on or side or angle, whatever you want to call it. I was never too good at math anyway, so I don't really know these terms. So as you're reaching this edge of the hairline, and since he's in perspective and this is going back, I'm trying to give you this angle gives you the impression that he's kind of turned. So you want to make sure that you want this next line to kind of come back, to give it the idea, to give the viewer or whoever's looking at the picture to kind of get the idea that this is coming back here, and you want to give them the idea that it's moving with a cube here. So we'll just draw the bangs here. You guys feel free, if anybody is someone out there is actually watching this, feel free to give me suggestions of other things you'd like me to do. I'm not claiming to be a very good artist, but I think that I've learned quite a few things over time, and I think that it really is tough to find all these things out, because 1 second you have a question, you ask somebody on YouTube, then you have a million more. So I usually found myself scouring the internet for little itty bitty maybe perspective drawing questions and all that. So I know how confusing drawing can be, and the point of this is maybe you could take maybe per video you can take 1 or 2 things away from it. Even if you're a better artist than me, maybe I look at something a bit different, and my insight could guide you or something. I don't know, But yeah, feel free. I would like to do a video on how to like add features from a Minecraft skin. So like, let's just say I was drawing someone's personal skin, and you know, instead of drawing it like this, I can, like, let's just say they had a mask on, I'd be able to add the mask and put it in perspective. I think that would be a really cool thing to do for a video. So this is definitely a tricky part right here where we're coming up. I'm sure if for the more advanced artists, please bear with me, but for the people that don't know, when you're drawing in perspective, it's a little bit trickier than drawing, you know, directly face forward, because in perspective, the eye that's furthest away from you is going to be smaller. And yeah, some people probably think that's extremely obvious, but some people don't know that, and it took me a while to figure that out myself. So just remember that. And the thing that makes a drawing believable is not only like, you know, some people worry about, oh, I can't draw eyes, and my eyes look crappy when I draw them on a human or whatever. But it may not be your eyes. Maybe you can draw perfect eyes, but it could be that one eye is smaller than the other, or one eye is crooked, or it's not in the correct place. So this is extremely crucial. It's not exactly how good it looks, it's just position right now, because this is just a rough sketch. We could, you know, get the composition and the proportions right, just bring it into a different program and then clean up the lines, or add a different layer and then just draw over this, and then it'll be prepared for, you know, the inking process or something. So so yeah, let's start adding this first eyebrow, because eyebrows, I tend to do those first because they're extremely easy to draw. There's no stress involved with these. It's just a guideline to where where the eyes are going to lay. So I guess I'll do a different eyebrow. Let's do something a little interesting. I don't want to look at all of our characters to have the same eyebrows here. So let's do like an angry look. So that's extremely easy to do. Now let's bring this next one in here, coming up like this. And you know, the way he's not turned so much that this eyebrow is completely to this edge of his face. It's still in there, but yeah. Next we can let's add this little cheekbone things under the eyes, so we can kind of understand how big everything is. So like I was saying before, the one that's closest is going to be bigger, and the one farthest away is going to be lined up pretty much, but it's going to be a little bit smaller, as with the eyebrow. So that's why it's good to draw eyebrows first. I mean, of course you don't have to, but for me it helps me line everything up and get my proportions correct. And we can add the nose. And the good thing about these Minecraft characters are their details really aren't too defined. You can just add little lines here and there to indicate where something is, kind of like anime. You can, the noses and the mouths and everything, it's part of the beauty of it. It's just kind of how it's just so gentle and not detailed, or not so detailed, I should say, but you know. So there we are. Looks about right. And the good thing with this program is, you know, this little, what's it called, the select. I mean, you can just grab anything and just move it real quick. So if something's not in the correct place, you can move it extremely quickly. I don't know if I covered this before, but the program that I'm using, like I said, I think I said it was Sketchbook Pro. I lose my thoughts very easily. What kind of face should we do for this? Let's kind of go like this. Kind of like a short mouth. So, alright, yeah, I lose my thoughts extremely quickly, so I'm sorry about that, but I think I mentioned that was Sketchbook Pro, and that, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's $40 or $50, I don't remember, but wow, where was I going with that? They have a trial version on their website. I think it's 30 days, and you can try that. And yeah, that should be cool if you can't. If you can't afford it at the moment, definitely give it a try for 30 days for free. And I don't know if I'll remember to link it in the description, but let's have him looking down. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to link it in the description if I remember to, but it is, I think, just type in Autodesk Sketchbook Pro 6. If you go to the Autodesk website, I'm sure it'll be easy to find. And yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this either, but I'm using a Wacom or Wacom Intuos 5 medium. I'm not going to really talk about that too much, but it's an excellent tablet. Wacom, whatever it is, they make excellent products. And yeah, so I think that's about it for this video. Didn't really get too much covered, but hopefully you have a better idea of how I draw these characters. And maybe in another video I'll get into like body proportions, you know, like body positions and all that cool stuff. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it, and leave a comment if you did. Give me some feedback, and I greatly appreciate it. So I'll see you all next time.